Hello, it's the second video, and in this video we shall talk about the main characters of the play The Merchant of Venice. In the previous video we talked something about, you can call it like a small or brief introduction of the play, and here we shall talk about the characters. See, characterization is the heart and soul of the play, and the playwright William Shakespeare, he has acquired the mastery over it. In any play, the characterization, the characters, can be classified into two broad categories. One is called the major characters and the other is called the minor characters. But the artistic ability of a playwright, it comes into play how to establish the balance between the major and minor characters. If you have gone through any of the plays by William Shakespeare, you will come to know that here, even a minor character, he plays a very important role. And that's how William Shakespeare got so much of popularity for being one of the finest playwrights in the world, especially during the Elizabethan age. Merchant of Venice, the play, mainly it sets into two cities. As the title suggests, the Merchant of Venice. So a large portion, a major portion takes place in Venice, and some of the portions also take place in Belmont. Venice and Belmont are the two cities where this play Merchant of Venice takes place. By the way, let me tell you, by the time the play was written, the name of the city, the city by the name Belmont, didn't even exist. It existed after a long time, after the creation of Merchant of Venice. Similarly, there are many cities which were first created imaginary by William Shakespeare, and after that they came into existence. Okay, let's talk about the characters, especially the main characters. First and foremost, we have Antonio, the protagonist of the play. Then we have Bassanio. Let me tell you that how Antonio and Bassanio are related. Antonio and Bassanio, they are the best friends in the play, and a large theme is covered by their friendship. The friendship of Antonio and Bassanio. Antonio, he symbolizes the very term merchant in the play because he is one of the merchants in the city who is known for his credibility, his reputation, he is loved by the people, he is liked, unlike the antagonist who is Shylock, a villain who is discarded, disliked, and even hated. Bassanio, he is a friend of Antonio, and we come to know in this play that he once inherited a huge amount of money, that means the ancestral property. But due to his extraordinary way of living, kingly way of living, he got his property, his reputation finished, and now he is living at the charity of his friend Antonio. Bassanio, he loves Portia. Portia, she is a rich heiress and she belongs to the city of Belmont. So the first love story that takes place in the play, the main love story, it takes place between Bassanio and Portia. Portia, whenever we talk about Portia, in the whole play, Portia is almost always accompanied by her maid-in-waiting, come her best friend, whose name is Nerissa. Celario, Celanio, and Celarino, these are the three more characters who happen to be the friends of Antonio and Bassanio. And since the theme of the play is a battle between Christianity and Judaism, that is why it is also important for us to know the religion of these characters. In this series, Antonio, Bassanio, Celanio, Salarino, Celario, Lancelot, they are all Christians. And here, Shylock, the antagonist of the play, he is a Jew. And Shylock has a daughter whose name is Jessica. And Jessica, she loves Lorenzo, another character of the play and another Christian. So the another love story, the second love story, let me tell you, I told you that The Merchant of Venice is a romantic comedy. So the other love story takes place between Jessica, daughter of Shylock, who is a Jew, and Lorenzo, a Christian. By the way, we have one more love story, and this love story takes place between Graciano and Nerissa. Graciano, he is a kind of a fool, and those who are fond of reading play, they must know that in a play, fool does not mean to be a foolish person. Rather, fool is a kind of role. We call it jester. Just like we have a joker in a play, similarly, the role of a fool is to make the audience laugh by his sometimes stupid talks, and by the way, in that stupidity, there is something that is extremely valuable to the humanity and humankind. So Graciano and Nerissa, that is the another pair of this play, The Merchant of Venice. So we have three pairs. First and foremost, Bassanio and Portia, the hero and heroine of the play. Then we have Lorenzo and Jessica, and at last we have Graciano and Nerissa. So these are the main characters of the play. We shall be talking about them in detail once we start reading the play in a full-fledged manner. In the previous video, we talked about the brief introduction. In this video, we are talking about the characterization, and in the next video, we shall be directly arriving at the very first scene or the very first act. So if you are watching it, I would suggest that before I upload the next video, if you are a student of ICSC, you better be prepared by reading the text so that once I explain, you may find it easy to understand and grasp the very context. Thank you very much.